Now, based from these principles, you form the underlying methods for appreciative inquiry?
Yeah. Well, again, method is a hard word.
Okay.
It's a framework. This is created by the original person who created the theory of appreciative inquiry, David Cooper Ryder, who will be here on Monday and Tuesday. And he created what is known as the 4D method for change. 4D.
4D. Okay.
D as in ABCD. No? The 4D method for change. It's a method in this case. So step number one is using the principle that I just discussed with you. The first D is discover. That means you approach an organism, a system, or a company, or a corporation, or even a country, and then you go into its past. You go into its life. You go into its existence, and you discover its strengths. You discover what worked for it. You discover what was excellent for it through the process of inquiry, through the asking of questions. Inquiry, by the way, is the protocol of this method. When I say protocol, that means you have to use questions, just like you are. So you go and discover the strengths. You capture them, you bring them forth in forms of stories. They're not hard facts. Nobody's excellence is hard fact. Like the story I shared with you. It's not a hard fact. It's an abstract thing, and you capture it and you bring it forth. That's the first thing. So it's a process of discovery. Then, given that is you catapult yourself. That means you future pace yourself into what this powerful thing can be. That's dreaming. That means in your mind, we all human beings have hope, and we have desire, and therefore we have the capacity to dream. We have the capacity to visualize. So the second step
is dreaming.
Dreaming.
So discover, dreaming, and then?
No, so dreaming is,
dreaming. Okay.
When you dream, of course, the dream has to be a stretch.
Okay.
It can't be, I'll go have Jollibee in the next 20 minutes. That's not a dream. That's just a little small wish. A dream's got to be big. It means it has to draw you. There has to be a creative tension between who you are, how strong you are, and how much more stronger and beautiful and excellent you can be. So it's really far away, and it needs to kind of engage and draw you in. So that's dream. It's a stretch. So you dream, then from where you are to where you want to go, you design the process. That means you look around into your environment, into your ecology, and look for resources that will help you get from that point of your strength to the point of better you or better organization. And then you come up with methods and approaches. You create steps. You create a little process on how to implement it. That's the designing part. That means you say, I'll do this, we'll do that, and we'll do this, and we'll use that, and we'll use that to get to that part. That's the third D.
Okay.
You have got to ask me the fourth question. What's the fourth D?
Yeah, what's the fourth D?
The fourth D is destiny, or some people call it delivering the dream. That means delivering the dream as in like making it come true. That means now, after you have designed the process, you kind of project yourself into that and you start living it. So if you start living it, what happens is your present gets dragged and sucked into that living, into that future. So that's a fourth step. So you kind of visualize. It's creative visualization, and you say, I'm in it, I'm doing it, I'm succeeding with it, I'm benefiting from it, and it's flowing and growing. That's the fourth D. But again, there is a challenge in the middle of this 4D process. The 4D process must have a topic that is ecologically sound, sustainable. It should be affirmative. It should not be a negative one. That means you cannot find your strengths and dream a dream to destroy something. You need to build something. So even in the language of creating that affirmative topic, like I stopped you in the beginning of this interview from using the words rotten, wrong, bad. So your language, or even the topic, the theme that you want to create, must be kind of pure and cleansed up a bit. So that's known as the core of the 4D method.
Okay.